We slacking. We super slacking over here, bro.
We good. Man.
We good? Are we good?
Yeah, they should be able to hear you.
All right, cool. Can y'all hear me? I mean, they can't respond, right?
I mean, they can respond through the text.
Respond through the text, maybe.
In the chat.
Oh man, hello everyone. Welcome to that One Piece talk. My name is Seb.
My name is Larry.
And this is that One Piece talk. As always, on Wednesdays we do Davey's Dark Tournament, where we have you guys join us in the Discord to debate about your favorite combatants. I mean, maybe not your favorites in the mid-tier tournament, but should be a lot of fun. We are continuing the mid-tier. Got some dope matchups. Please join us in the Discord at the entrance to the den if you guys want to join in on the conversation. We have a couple bodies in there already, so shout out to y'all. Shout out to 𝐷𝐸𝐬𝐬 for joining the 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿 status on the YouTube membership. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Enjoy all the emotes that come with that 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿 status. But yo, it should be a lot of fun today, Larry.
I think it should be fun too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we have some matchups. We have we have, let me see. We have the 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿 versus Drake, the 𝐷iamante versus Don Chinjal, the 𝐲𝐢 versus Frankie, and the 𝐓𝐻𝐿𝐵𝗡 versus Magellan, if we get to that point. But I think it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, man.
I think it's going to be pretty good.
Should be.
So, let's see who's in chat right now. And then we'll probably drag them over. All right, so
it's not working?
Beforehand, I know there's not a lot of people in the entrance right now. I'm pretty sure more will come in, but just remember, I'm gonna be editing these videos to post on TikTok to hype up the DDTs, just like I've been doing recently with the main show. So I will say, no talking over one another at all, please. It's very hard for me to edit when somebody else is talking over somebody else. I know you want to respond super hard to somebody, but just wait your turn until you can talk. That way we could keep it, very civil and easy for me to edit, but it's going to be fun. So for the first round, what we'll do is we will actually disappear this, and then we'll disappear that, and then we'll put up our first contestants, and then we'll bring people over. So what I'm gonna do is, since there's 5 people, I'm just gonna bring these 5 people in.
Sure, I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with
yeah.
that.
All right, so let's do it. So bring everybody in, and there we go.
All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the DDT. Y'all know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? Welcome. Hopefully y'all are having an amazing Wednesday. I think we just lost somebody. I don't know who it was.
It's Chris.
Shin just dropped in too.
Oh, Shin just dropped in?
Yeah, we could
bring in Shin.
Yo, you're deaf. Or you're muted.
Oh.
Us? Are we muted?
Yo, were you muted the whole time?
I hope not.
Oh, no. We were muted through Discord. We weren't muted through the...
Right,
yeah. They heard us.
All right, bet.
Yeah. Damn,
that would have been terrible, bro. Terrible. Thank you, Nick. But welcome y'all to the DDT. I know the vibes. Who you got? What diff? And why? First matchup is gonna be 𝐓𝐻𝐿, Big Bomb's I don't remember which son it is, but Katakuri's triplet, and Drake, the Supernova. Again, as always, I did no research. I did absolutely no research. I don't know if you did any research, Larry.
I did some research.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
We got my boy Rono Chris with the silky back again.
I thought that was Shin.
Nah.
For a quick second.
Nah, that's Chris, man. It's Chris. But all right. You know the vibes. Who you got? What diff and why? And Chris, I did see you in there kind of early. I don't remember who the first person to join was. I think it might have been Juan Don.
Yeah. Juan and myself and then Big and
yeah. Chris, you're a little low. I can't hear you.
I'm low right now.
Nah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I think first was Juan, then myself, then Pig, then I believe Nick, and then after that I don't know who.
Okay. Then we'll go with Juan. Juan, what's going on, man? Who you got? What diff and why? 𝐓𝐻𝐿 versus Drake.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
What's up? My bad. I just got in here. Can I go in a little bit?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. We'll start with Chris then. Chris, it's on you, man.
I also did not really do that much research, but I might change my mind after this. But honestly, it's tough.
Is it?
Right. Right.
Me, I'm all about.
I think there's a debate. I mean, either way, I still don't know who I'm going with. So.
Why you caping? Why
People
you
think,
caping?
it's people think that. I feel like this is the most fair fight we've had so far for the mid-tier tournament.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, my initial gut reaction was to say Oven. That's how I feel about it, because I just think that in general, Big Mom Pirates outside of category are just like heavily disrespected and heavily underrated. And I don't even know why Oven was not one of the Sweet Commanders, because to me he seemed like top 3, top 4 strongest pirates in Big Mom's crew.
Think he's stronger than Cracker?
Category.
Smoothie.
Smoothie.
Oh, I forgot. Chris, his knowledge of whole cake is trash because he hates Sanji. He like blanked that whole era of One Piece out of his mind. It's so wild.
That's like the one arc that's like, yeah, that's hard for me to watch. But yeah, so Katakuri, Smoothie, Cracker, and honestly Oven. Like I haven't seen Snacks. I don't really know much about Snack, but in terms of who we saw, like yeah, I'll put Oven like right up there. Right below Cracker. And you know how I feel about Cracker. You know, I got Cracker over Dofi. Like that's how much I respect him. I'm so serious. Like we could have a whole argument about it. Cracker over Dofi.
So who you got, Chris? Because you talking a whole lot of nonsense right now.
Honestly, I feel like Drake is one of the worst supernovas. Just written, power wise. His T-Rex ability, like all we really seen him do was bite people with his T-Rex ability. He's basically like what a bigger Page One. Like I don't really see anything like special out of him. And so to me, yeah, I might go with Oven when it comes to this. I just feel like his heating abilities, how hot he could get, is just pretty cool power in of itself. He is very formidable in terms of like his tenacity. I've always liked that about his personality. Of course, you've seen him get speed blitzed by like Sanji and things of that nature, but Drake to me isn't particularly fast. So I don't see that being a concern. The way I guess in my head I figure Oven Drake fight going is just more of a slugfest, kind of like Frankie Sasaki type of fight. Versus kind of like who's gonna be the most powerful, who's gonna kind of like, tough it out the best. And honestly, I got Oven on this. Drake, I'm just used to seeing L's. I haven't really seen him take any W's. And his weapons don't really strike any fear in anyone's heart. I don't know. I might go Oven on this one. I feel like this: if Drake was a Big Mom pirate, like Drake is getting like less respect than Oven.
What's the diff?
I'll go with high. Just out of respect to Drake, though. Yeah, just out of respect to him. But I'm going to Oven with this one.
Okay, appreciate the take, Chris. We'll go to Pig. I know I saw Pig in there early.
So, gentlemen, can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Tennessee's wild tonight, but that's a story for a different day. I'm giving this one to Oven and mid-diff.
Okay.
Reason being is Oven had enough power to throw his hands into the sea and cause it to boil, which is an impressive feat, and to think that he can put that kind of heat just into his hands, it's not gonna take much for him to get a hold of Drake. Drake isn't particularly fast, and dinosaur cooks just like any other meat. and Drake's going down. Besides that, he's a cop, and I just need to see him take an L.
Oh snap! Oh man! All right, I
Yeah, he's
appreciate.
gonna take that Gundam burning finger and go down.
He said burning finger. Yo,
Did y'all ever watch?
yes, yo, top fun fact, that is Larry's all-time favorite attack in any anime
Yeah,
ever, bro.
Dang.
Ever.
Finger attack your favorite attack? That's crazy.
Yo,
That's-
shit.
Pause. Shin. Pause. Shin.
Wait, Sam, Larry, I got a question for y'all, by the way.
What's up?
I know you guys aren't like anime watchers, so maybe for those
Here we go.
in the chat currently, no. There was a non-canon arc in between Thriller, like right before Thriller Bark.
You're talking about the heat guy.
Yeah, is that the same ability as Oven, or did
Bro,
they?
I thought so.
I thought it was.
I feel like he was a temperature guy, like specifically. Like, I don't know if Oven is like.
It's basically what
Yo, I feel like it's the same, right?
Yeah,
but he was like exploding stuff, like, or whatever.
I don't remember it too much. I know I saw it once and then I just completely exited out.
Bro, he was the microwave to the oven.
He's the microwave.
The
said
microwave.
That, who said that?
I remember watching that. That's clearly a filler arc. That's clearly. If I'm using it as a basis, then
yeah, Don Asino. Thank you, Gio. Shout out to Gio in the chat, man.
Yeah, what up, Gio?
He was a Don?
Gio's a
That
pretty
might be
popular
Don
guy.
Chinchell's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that in there. That was a legitimate question.
All right.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah, we'll go to thank you, Pig. Appreciate the take. We'll go to Quavo.
What's going on, y'all?
What it is, boy?
How you doing? All right, so I might just be horribly misremembering Onigashima, but I'm not really a fan of Drake's showing. I think he kind of got beat up a little too much, especially with a CP member just stabbing him in the back like that. I feel like he should have caught that, but he was on his last legs anyway. Oven, I think he got too much AP for Drake to handle. I mean, I know he's an ancient Zoan, T-Rex, whatever, so he probably has some durability, but I think Oven got too much for him to handle, too much heat, literally. So
yeah, with these
I'm gonna go Oven mid to high. I'll put it right in the middle because I can't pick or choose. So pick whatever you want, mid or high.
All right, mid to high diff. All right, appreciate the take, Quavo. We'll go to Mike Super.
I'm gonna start off by saying Drake's a ancient zone, so like his durability, all of that, it should be A1, and I'm still taking Oven mid. All I'm saying is one, Drake's a op.
Drake's a op.
No, he's a op on all sides. Like, he's not even good with the Marines, bro. Like, he's a double op. And then on top of him being a double op, one, all he do is catch L's. His only feat is biting a dude before Kizaru pulled up. That was it. And that's not even his feat. His biggest feat is calling Kobe and be like, hey, what's up, homie? That was it. That was it. He ain't got nothing. And he's a T-Rex. Bro, you saying Oda ain't watched Jurassic Park? How he disrespect him like that, man? Like, you can't disrespect him like that. It's a T-Rex, man. When you think dinosaurs, the first one that pop up in your mind is a T-Rex. Drake was supposed to be good. He trash. He another kid, bro. I'm sorry. He ain't got no feet.
Damn. Yo, don't get Finn started, man.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm all for putting the wood. I'm all for putting the wood in that oven, man. She can get it riled up about this one, but come on, man. You know Drake trash shit. Stop fronting. Man.
Yeah, all right.
Yo, Kid Slater never gets old, bro.
Before I
it does.
All I gotta say is Larry caught my shit. Magneto ain't never get electrocuted, bro. Are you just saying, bro? Like, you magnetic, and you got all this power that you're not doing nothing with. Larry, didn't you say what did you say? Didn't you say something about how you could get the fruit and you don't know what to do with it? It's the same situation with Drake.
You don't know how to be anything more than a dinosaur.
I'm not gonna argue that,
He
man.
said, I'm a T-Rex. I'm gonna bite you. You know what? It probably makes water move in cars too, son.
Yo, that's funny.
That's messed up.
Yo, he made a fossil fuel joke, bro.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Even the CP0 was like, oh, this nigga. We ain't
Hold on. We're streaming. You gotta watch the profanity.
Sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. So you choose an oven.
Yeah, oven mid this.
All
right. Appreciate the take, Mike. We'll go to Hyper Panda.
Yo, what's good?
What's going on, man? I don't think we've ever chatted on Discord before. So welcome. Is this your first time on DT?
Well, first time here. I seen y'all on TikTok not that long ago, and I was like, yo, these motherfuckers interesting.
Thank you, man.
Shout out Panda, like the video.
Welcome to your first DDT, man. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's cool. But all right, I think everybody's forgetting something. Y'all forgetting these motherfuckers know hockey.
Well, your language.
Profanity, bro. We're streaming.
Oh, my bad.
Please watch the language when you give your takes, please. But go ahead, Hyper.
These dudes know hockey, right?
Yeah.
So it really comes down to who's the stronger. Because if Drake got the stronger hockey, I don't know what his level is because he's always fighting dummies that are way stronger than him. I mean, if he's got the stronger hockey, then the oven's not really going to do much to him. You feel me? Bottom line, though, Drake gets bodied. That's just how I feel.
Drake taking hella
just gotta keep it simple, bro. That's just how I feel.
All right.
Thank you for your input, bro.
Yeah, appreciate the take, Hyper. We'll go to Shin.
Man, every time it gets older and older the more y'all just bring up kids. Like honestly, I'm tired of it at this point, and I'm not even gonna talk about that point. But like Oven versus Drake, y'all forgetting something. Drake isn't a T-Rex; he's an Allosaurus. So like, it's a big difference. Allosaurus is basically like a baby T-Rex, but that doesn't even matter. Oven is definitely like folding Drake based off like feet wise. Drake's best feat is when he hit the number at the same time as Luffy and asked him to join him. That's the best attack I ever seen Drake do. He is an ancient Zoan, but durability don't mean nothing for real. Like, cause like we don't hold Page One at high standards. We don't hold Drake at high standards. So like, just cause you're an ancient Zoan don't mean your durability is like popping the verse. Like, of course you got enhanced durability, but at the same time, like, if someone can like bypass that durability because they strong enough, okay, whatever, you got durability. I do, and like Oven does too, because Oven is said to like be one of the only children of Big Moms who inherited Big Mom's iron body. Like that is what we know. Oven is the one that inherited Big Mom's monstrous, indestructible body.
They said
Plus
that.
Yeah, they said that. Like
When did they say
it
that?
might be in the SBS or something.
When did they say that?
Look it up. I'm telling you, look it up.
That's facts.
Yes, that's facts. Like Oven inherited Big Mom's like her body. Look it up if you don't believe me. If that,
I ain't mad at it. I ain't see Oven get folded yet, so it is what it is.
Hey, every hit he took, he always get right back up. Like, dang, who just tickled me? Like the thing that when Sanji kicked him, like, yeah, you sent me flying, but I got right back up and folded Shorty Pops. And then Oven, like his devil fruit ability, like y'all was talking about the hockey and stuff, like Drake ain't got like hockey. Like we know he got hockey, but like come on, like he ain't got no monstrous hockey to the point where his hockey can overpower Oven's hockey. Like if both of y'all hockey is somewhat comparable to each other, like just because you have slightly stronger hockey doesn't matter at this point. So it's like Oven with his devil fruit, with the heat fruit, he was able to boil seawater. And mind you, if you ever swim in the ocean, seawater be cold, colder than your body temperature. And for him to instantly boil it, soon like put his hands in it and boil the surrounding water all around it, like it was a massive scale. That was just like the biggest feat I ever seen Oven do with his duck fruit, and that was insane. He literally had to make fishermen who live in the water get out their home advantage field. Like they couldn't even mess with him in their home advantage. That is insane. So I'll have to give it to Oven. Honestly, Jake does not have a good showing to me. I don't even remember what he does. Like he got an axe and a mace, but like he always gets folded. I don't like to bring the always get folded because I know how I feel about Bellamy. But like Drake, like he just needs to prove himself. Weak as supernova to me, and I'm gonna have to go with Oven. Low diff.
Low diff. Okay. Appreciate the take, Shen. We'll go to JT, MVP of the DDT, self-proclaimed.
This is crazy. I cannot just hear. I just heard back to back ovens, bro.
It was back to back to back to back to back.
Like
your math.
I need y'all listen. I need y'all to listen real quick. I'm about to and I need some votes changed. I'm about to spit real quick. First of all, to respond to what I just heard from Shin, boil the water, make them get their whole advantage, bro. He just boiled like the top, bro. They just swam down a little bit and they was all fine, bro. First of all, and then second of all, bro, y'all saying he has like AP, like y'all don't know if Drake can take that. So you think that an Agent Zoan can't take it, but wasn't Pound chilling? Wasn't Big Mom's like ex-husband, that literal civilian fat dude, chilling after Oven gave him a whooping, bro? He was just walking around fine, if I remember correctly. And then Oven didn't really fight anybody in a one-on-one like ever. Y'all remember like Reiju pulled up, one tap, boom, night. Beji shot one shot, boom, night. Who else? Sanji one kick, boom, night, went flying. Like if Drake hits him, like, and he gets flown back like that, y'all think that he's just gonna run away like everybody else did? Because they don't care about Oven. Like he's a bum. Like y'all talking about Drake showing? Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, I was gonna say let everybody finish because I'm gonna be editing this and putting it on TikTok and other social medias.
All right, so and then I know Drake doesn't have a great showing, but keep in mind, and I'm gonna say, we don't like narrative that much, but I'm gonna say his name is X Drake. If y'all thinking about cards, that means that he's technically right under Jack in ranking because X is 10 and 10 is right under Jack, so he's pretty high ranked in the Beast Pirates. Y'all have to give him that. He's won the Flying Six. That's impressive. And no matter if he didn't get a good showing, like Oven was just kind of like a bum. Like he was under Daifuku, bro. Like he didn't really do anything. Like even his strongest attacks, he didn't really take nobody out. And X Drake, like Agent Zoan, he's putting in that work. He's one of the supernovas. We haven't really seen Oven use. Can anyone confirm if he has armament? Can anyone actually confirm it?
He does.
I mean, like we in a new world, so.
How about Oven?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
does he have Conquer? Or I'm not Conquer. Do you have armament? I don't remember.
Oven has both armament and observation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, he couldn't use the observation to dodge Beji's cannonball from like a mile away. So I don't know about that armament or that observation, but I don't know. I feel like saying mid diff Oven is just kind of crazy for me. So I would definitely say high diff Drake, 100%.
Got Drake on the board, man. Appreciate the take, JT. All right, we'll go to Toby. He actually drinking water this time, Larry.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you died. He drank a soda and threw the water in the video. Stop fronting, man. He threw the water bottle just to show it. He drank the soda on the side.
Bro.
Stop fronting.
Hey, bro. I'm a man of the truth. I drank this much water. And I took 2 sips of this, bro.
Oh, you got soda on the side, man. You got soda on the side, bro.
2 sips, bro. Alright, it's 2 sips. Alright. I'm finishing this first though. It's at the bottom. Yo, Mike. You are 𝐓𝐤𝐿 𝐓𝐤𝐿, bro. I got you, bro. Don't worry about it.
All right, Toby. Who you got? Who you got? What diff and why?
Alright, bro. Drake, bro. I know him for 3 things: was generation, talking to Kobe, and convincing Zoro to ally with him. Besides that, I don't know none he did. Oh, I can't really vote for Kobe. I mean, vote for Drake at all, bro. And he's ugly. He got that mask. He's just a dinosaur, bro. So whack.
Bro, you seen Oven's cut, bro?
Oh, Oven is ugly too, but at least he look cool fighting, bro. Drake, I don't even know what Drake do.
He gonna bite him.
Oh,
Don't
that's
say
nothing.
that.
That's nothing, bro.
I would say that Drake looks cooler fighting. He has like a mace and an axe. You know? No?
Yeah,
Like,
he got a
Oven's
mace.
like, he's got like a little cape or whatever. Like, Oven looks stupid as
Yeah.
hell. What?
I'm being
God.
I'm being so serious. Have we ever seen Drake use his weapons other than blocking, Killer and what's his face from like battling?
He hit the number with his weapons.
Yeah, and when he was fighting Apu, he was using the weapons.
Until we finish.
Hey, bro.
Go ahead,
Hey,
Toby.
bro. Hey, you could say he's an extra large T-Rex, and I won't care. He is not enough to be Oven. They was low key scared of Oven, bro. Low key, alright. And he clearly has hockey. He would not be a big mom commander if he didn't have hockey. I don't know why that was even questionable. But yeah, Oven. Who else said it? Like he tanked Sanji's kick, but he has some kind of durability. Even if it was just the top, bro, they was running away from this man's devil fruit for a reason. Right? He was clearly out there doing damage. So since Oven is actually like somebody, and Drake is like nobody besides his Worst Generation title, which is like pre-time skip, I'm gonna give it to Oven, and I'm gonna just say low div. Low div, not even mid.
All right.
Yeah, that's the
I
second.
got it. Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead, JT.
How is Oven tanking Sanji? You know, Sanji kicked him. He went flying back. How is that a feat?
Bro, just because
He-
you go fly, he got right back
He
up.
even he even look hurt though. Like, let's be honest.
He got right back up.
I mean,
Yeah,
did he go flying though from one kick?
Bro,
Sneaky.
so
Well, Jake-
answer this. If somebody push you, like somebody smaller than you, push you, does that mean like you didn't take that attack? Like you moved me. That's it. Like
I mean, if
got
I go
no damage.
flying like 10 yards back, yeah.
It wasn't even just. It wasn't
That
just
didn't do no overall damage though. He was still fine. Folks started boxing with
God.
Kyle Curry 2 weeks later. Like, let's
Exactly.
be honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, to stick with that example, like a push. It was like he's not paying attention. Someone pushes him in the back. Of course he can go flying. You don't see it
Right.
coming.
Plus he sneaked him. Sanji sneaked him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So JT, I know you made for these moments, but nah.
I'm just saying, bro. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping, bro.
Yo,
All right,
JT,
y'all. All right.
you know I love you, JT, man.
Appreciate the take,
John
Toby.
Jones got punched in the face, but what happened?
Hey, I'm gonna be back, bro. Just wait till someone else say something, bro. Just wait.
All right. We'll go to Nolan.
Yo.
How's it
Hey,
going,
what's
man?
up, man?
Alright, bro. Sorry. Yo, I'm thinking it's Oven, bro. It's definitely Oven. Like, Extra, he's the king of playing both sides. But now he doesn't have another side to play. He only has one. So Oven takes it.
Saying
He
Drake
doesn't
can't
have-
bet on himself.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have no one to betray. He just
Oh man. Nolan, is this your first time on the DDT? I was trying to.
I was here last week.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Trying to place the name, I couldn't do it, but all right. Appreciate the take, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, bro. No problem.
We'll
high
go
div, though.
to high div. Okay.
Yeah, I still think he struggles.
Yeah, I think there's an argument for Drake. I feel like maybe I should
Yeah.
take it because it's not looking good right now.
Go ahead, make it. He ain't going through anyway, so go ahead.
All right, we'll go to Amico.
I feel like he the Chinatown version of a T-Rex.
Yo.
Hey, what's up, Miko?
Hey, what's good, man? My first time here.
Thank you.
appreciate you being here.
Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, bro. But I would say, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Both these people, there's a real mid. This is a real mid matchup. But I gotta go with I say Oven. High diff. I think like the most impressive thing Drake has done was probably take out the number, but the number's been they get taken out by everybody. Not really that impressive. So at least, Oven, I mean, dinosaurs died by asteroids fire. So I got to say the Heat. The Heat, we're going to get it done. I say Oven. Drake got, like by Sanji. I mean, I might have been filler, but.
No, that happened in the manga too.
That was the thing too? Oh, okay, yeah. So, like, he the only Zoan that don't even seem that durable. So I'll give it to Oven.
All right.
All right. We'll go to appreciate the take.
Yes, thank you.
We'll go to 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐴 𝐷.
Welcome, man. Welcome. Thank you. I love the beard.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man.
I'm jealous.
Good to be here. I just want to say it'd probably be Oven, cause Drake, this guy's a dinosaur, but he's probably like the weakest dinosaur, and I don't think he's physically as strong as Oven, and Oven also could just heat him up and like cook him. Like I don't know how Drake's gonna get past that. Even with his weapons, like he could probably just grab his weapons and then just melt them in his hand. So Drake loses. He's trash, and he's ugly, like the other guy said.
Yo, Drake probably be pulling Johns, man.
Leave my man alone.
Yo, right. Like his attractiveness has nothing to do with this, man. He look like Lupin a little bit, Lupin was getting some.
Whoa. That's true.
Nice.
Chill.
Kobe put more than him.
But
doesn't Oven have
still got it?
Hey, isn't Oven's best feat beating the shit out of Chiffon or whatever that girl's name was?
Beating the what?
JT, language.
He said beating the mess out of.
I messed up, but like, come on, man.
Hey, get my man Lawrence in here, bro. I'm gonna spit for him real quick.
Oh, Lawrence said he didn't want to debate mid, bro. He straight up said that.
Yo, he did. That's exactly what he said, yo. But I appreciate the take,
They were trying to persuade
Lucky.
him.
We'll go to Wandon.
Hey, yo. So,
you ready to debate now, Juan?
yeah, my bad.
You good.
So, yeah, I was first looking at bounties, and when we first found out Drake was working for the government, first thing I thought was that the government just gave him that bounty and that status just for like the clout,
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think he was really that strong. And then I don't feel like anybody in the 𝗵𝐻𝐵 should be able to rock with the first 5 commanders of Big Mom. You feel me? And then don't Oven got like a white beard type weapon?
He has the Niganata.
Yeah, the Naginata, whatever it's called.
Okay. He got the 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐴 and the OP fruit. That being said, I think I'm gonna go with Drake. I think I'm gonna go with Drake on this. I think I can make an argument for his hybrid form, maybe. Maybe after the war, after all he learned, could give him a boost in willpower, maybe. I feel like if you're talking about narrative, I could see him being maybe Vice Admiral level by the end of the series. No, it's not right now, but yeah, I think I'm gonna scale him up a little bit. I'll give some to Drake.
All right. Appreciate the take, Wandon. Shout out to the Drake hive out here that is supporting a little bit.
Yes, sir,
JT
Juan.
and Juan.
That's
All right.
tough.
We'll go to my man Barnes. What's going on, Barnes?
Is he here? No,
Yeah,
he's not
you're
here. Oh, he is there. Oh, what's up, Barnes?
Barnes tired.
Yeah.
Barnes sleep,
Yeah.
man. Get some rest, bro. You don't gotta be here.
I just woke up. I'm not staying up. I just woke up is why I look like this.
Well, who you got?
This is post nap. Yeah. I got what's his name? I got 𝐿𝐼𝐴 because I got 𝐿𝐼𝐴 extreme death.
There's no reason.
𝐿𝐼𝐴 is
There's no reason.
Are you gonna say why?
Hey yo, can I gather my thoughts for a second? Damn shit. And there's also no reason for you to like Kid, and we leave you alone about that. So why are you going to me, bro?
No, they don't. They be on her.
Damn.
Yo.
You're the man, bro, but you gotta wait till that kid thing gets fixed before you start coming for people, bro. Now, back to Drake. Back to what we're here for.
No way, bro.
KKG.
I can't wait to this shake.
Listen.
Who said KKG?
Hey, KKG.
No, okay, yo. Listen, I can't talk about kid right now. Drake. I saw Drake go toe to toe with Sanji and Zoro. I just don't think 𝐲𝐸𝐻 can do that because 𝐲𝐸𝐻 was out here fighting with Brook, and we talked about 𝐲𝐸𝐻's observation hockey, but he couldn't dodge an attack from Brook. So I'm gonna give it to extra Drake. That's all I got.
All right. Appreciate the take, Barnes. Larry, it's on you. I don't think we have anybody else sitting. So.
I'm gonna keep it real, guys. When I looked at this match, I said, man, you better put that Geico down, man. Yo, listen. 𝐲𝐸𝐻's bounty is 300 billion, I think. Million. Yeah, 300 million.
Right,
yeah, my bad. 300 million right now. Drake's bounty is 222 million. He linked up with Kaido, and his bounty didn't even change. I'm gonna keep it like it's been that way since he like started in a new world, bro. He hasn't really shown anything impressive. When I think about like the bottom tiers of the worst generation, I think starting from the bottom, it's Hawkins, and then it's like Apu or like Capone, and then there's like Drake tied for like third worst out of all of them. And to be honest, man, like I feel like Drake holds a lot of plot potential, but he hasn't shown anything. And I'm sorry that kid has to take another stray, but like he's like the second character in the Wano arc that didn't show anything, bro, like at all. And he like
kid ain't show nothing.
So when I look at this, I look at 𝐲𝐸𝐻, man, and I think of 𝐲𝐸𝐻, and I'm like, yeah, he's not fast. Sanji speed blitzed him. Ichiji hurt him a bit with his special ability. Niji kicked him, but every time he got back up. He didn't really take much damage from those people. The only people he really took damage from was Ichiji because of his special ability and Sanji's kick. And we be talking about Sanji being really fast and how speed equals weight sometimes. And I think that he's not fast, but if he hits you, I think that he's able to use the same effects that Sanji has. So like Sanji doesn't have Rio, but his heat allows you to attack his inside structure of your bones. This guy's literally an oven, bro. Like he's a heat man. He's allowed to hit you, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna have the same effects that like Sanji has to a degree. Not only that, Vito, the guy with the big hands on Beige's crew, like compared 𝐲𝐸𝐻 to the monsters on the crew as well. So he said, yo, when you look at 𝐲𝐸𝐻, you got to compare him to like Katakuri, you got to compare him to like Smoothie. He never said Cracker, one, and he never said Snacks bum ass either. So when I look at it from that aspect, I'm like, okay, so this guy's probably actually like a hard hitter. But then there's just one more thing about 𝐲𝐸𝐻 that makes him very impressive. And I think it was mentioned from the get. There's only been a couple other people who have used their devil fruit abilities in the water, and it successfully worked out. The dude is capable of doing that, and we didn't see him lose strength. If anything, he looked stronger than we actually thought he was going to be. Now, I know people are gonna be like, yo, he ain't killed Pound though. I mean, people in Wano don't die. I mean, people in like One Piece don't die, bro. You know, like Hell is still alive. That's mean. You have to say that. You have to say that. But I think it's a landslide, man. I think if Drake actually showed something, he'd be credible. But I think Page One low divs him, in my opinion.
Oh my god!
And I'm serious, and they're both dinosaurs.
Oh my god!
I think that literally Page One would low div Drake, and that's no cap, bro. I think Ulti would too.
I can agree with that. But Page One.
Yo, Page One took a Conqueror's coded attack, bro. Like it
No,
needed.
he
died.
didn't.
And died. And died.
We have not seen him since.
Yo, but it was that. Hold on. It was that type of attack that it needed to take him out for good. Every other attack that he went through, like Sanji with the raid suit, couldn't put Page One down.
It was off panel. We don't know what took him down or not.
But we know they fought.
And we know we didn't see Page One.
But we know that Page One wasn't hurt after it.
Yo, we didn't see him again until 2 weeks later.
Listen, I saw Marco who could regenerate. He had bandages
I'm not
on.
even saying
You know what
Sanji
I'm
didn't
saying?
work. I'm just saying we didn't see the results. We
Listen,
know Sanji got away.
if Marco,
and we saw Page One 2 weeks later.
If Marco got bandages 2 weeks later and the boy can regenerate from anything, I'm going to suspect that Page One got to have some bandages fighting Sanji.
That's fair, I guess.
Larry, I just got a few questions, bro. First
Yo.
of all, you brought up Bounty, and then you said that Oven should be compared to Katakuri. So why is there a 700 million berry bounty difference?
Well, I'm just saying in the aspect of like where this dude Oven is and where Drake is. We know for sure like Cat is gonna have a way higher bounty, but it's just in comparison to like one person's perspective, which was Vito. I'm not saying we should compare Oven to Katakuri, but I'm saying like he's considered a monster on the crew. That's the point I was trying to make.
That's true, but you also got to consider like when you look at what Drake was trying to do, like he's for the Marines. If Kaido sends him somewhere and says kill a bunch of civilians, he's obviously not going to do that. Like he's not a big threat because secretly he's part of the Marines, so he was just trying to gain further status as like Kaido's little lapdog because he's part of the Marines. So he wasn't doing stuff to get his bounty higher, like getting out there. So I don't really think that bounty's a great argument.
Or Kaido knew he was that soft.
He wouldn't have put him as a Toby Ropo if he knew he was.
Yeah, his X Drake, he's 10.
Nobody gets put into Toby Ropo. They gotta somehow get to that position.
And he got it. That's my point. Like, yeah, like I feel like
Who he fought? Batman, bro?
Yo, whoever he fought them and got the status. Like, you can't. This is my thing. Y'all are knocking Oven's status as a Toby Ropo as if he's nothing, right? But it's like he's there. On some level, he commanded some level of respect, right? Like he was over Apu, who was on the crew for way longer than him. He was, I don't know if that's true either. But either way, I don't know if that's true. But Apu was there. He wasn't over him as a member of the crew. Like he was over Hawkins, who, I mean, not everybody gives Hawkins any level of respect, but like he was still a Toby Ropo. And the way that they're talking about Oven and the other ministers on Big Mom's crew, that's how Kaido's underlings talked about the Toby Ropo. It's just true. It just is.
Yo, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like
Who's
who gets Yo, who would get work too by Oven?
Stop, bro.
I'm serious, bro.
Oh man, I don't know.
So Larry,
serious, yo.
I don't know.
Oven might be able to beat Who's Who, but he's not like just getting worked. Like
Who's Who in that fight personally? If Who's Who in Oven fight, I got Who's Who.
It can go either way.
Who is working the mess out of Oven? We need to stop playing this man. What is he really
Y'all
doing?
hyping Oven. He's not who y'all acting like he is.
I'm also gonna keep it a buck. I'm a huge Oven fan.
That's cool. That's cool. That's fine.
What makes you a fan of Oven? Like what has he actually done?
So the thing about Oven is the thing about Oven is that first, after all the feats he showed, we learned that he inherited the body of Big Mom. So his durability is obviously probably better than 𝐻𝐢𝐿𝐴. Like, let's keep it a buck. Next, like, no, that's true. That's true. I read it somewhere. You gotta look it up.
I read it somewhere. I read it somewhere, bro. What?
It's called head canyon, bro. It's called head canyon.
No. That's actually facts. Like, if you look it up, that's actually facts. And then, like,
I did.
You gotta look like, okay, so the Toby Ropo was obviously under commanders. All you had in Big Mom's crew was commanders, and then you had like other strong people that was like
the
Toby
ministers
Ropo.
are supposed to represent that next part, and then like they had specific ministers like Oven and Daifuku and Kompote and stuff that got hyped as a higher level of minister. You know what I'm saying?
So,
like that they had a Toby Ropo. They had like a next 6 people. Oven was one of them. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, Oven and Drake are on the same hierarchy within their respective crews, in my opinion.
But the difference is, like, Oven, based off everything he showed, not only that, in the cover story, he was going hand for hand with Katakuri. Like, they was cross-countering each other. Like, they was going blow for blow with each other. And Katakuri is not no slouch. We know this. Like, we know Katakuri folding people on a daily. Like, I'm not on my back. And Oven was able to go toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah.
In terms of just fist fighting, no devil fruit. In terms of just fist fighting, Oven was able to go. Not only that, they triplets. Like, they all the same. 𝗪𝗪𝐻𝐿 weak. I ain't gonna lie. 𝗪𝗪𝐻𝐿 is buns. But, like,
Hey, Shin, I'm not
Oven
gonna
and
lie.
Katakuri, Oven and Katakuri
Shin, I have a
is
question.
different. What's up?
Shin, are you talking about the cover story where they're under Caesar's gas and we got like one
Yeah,
image of
he
them
is.
punching at each other?
He is.
Yeah, because they punch each other one time. Okay, that's what you think. That's what you think because they only punch each other one time.
Yo, just because we got one image
Alright,
of Oven swinging a fist and Katakuri swinging a fist,
Yeah, guys, I gotta give my take, and then we gotta get to another matchup because I'm trying to get more fights in. We've been limited the last couple DDTs. But I do actually have Oven. I do think it's extreme diff though. I think it's gonna be much more difficult than y'all made it out to be. But Oven has shown me more. I don't think either of them have shown anything too extreme that we should be hyping them the way that y'all was hyping Oven a little bit here. Like him boiling stuff. Like I'm sure Drake can take some heat, man. Like I don't think he's shown any like extreme heat levels that are like Drake wouldn't be able to take that. They both have hockey. They both have weapons. I think that'd be interesting. But ultimately, I did see more from Oven. There was probably a part here where I thought Drake would take it just because he is a supernova, you know, and a worst generation member. But when I was thinking back, I was like, as far as feats, he just doesn't have anything that makes me think he's knocking Oven out. When I saw high-powered people like Sanji, and I think the German kids as well, like, hit Oven, and he was good. And then in the anime, I mean, it's anime only, so I don't really want to go with that. But like, Sanji like KO'd Oven in the anime, and I was like, that sounds a little crazy.
Stop the cap.
Yo, he did.
No, he didn't.
Watch it, he
What are you
did.
talking about? No, he didn't.
Yo, yes, he did. And even ignoring that, just what he, like you guys said, what he showed on Onigashima, like he was like jumping Apu, and then when Zoro got a little serious, Apu was taken care of. And then like he fought the CP0 dudes, and like we don't have any real basis for how strong they are, and he wasn't able to handle that too well either. I don't know. We just didn't see anything from Drake that was impressive. So I'm going Oven. Plus, he's just more interesting to argue about or debate about going forward with his heat abilities versus Dinosaur. And as a guy who just doesn't care about dinosaurs, Drake wasn't winning for me, bro. He just wasn't. Let's just be honest. Like, I'm not trying to argue about a dude who's a dinosaur. Like, it is what it is, bro. But I will say, narrative probably, if they were to fight in the series, I think Drake would probably win just because of the narrative.
I disagree.
That's cool. They're at the same level to me. That's my thing.
Yo. Who's in Film Red, yo?
Huh.
Yeah.
Who's still in the story? Like
Oven.
What you mean?
Oven.
Yo,
Oven.
bro, we saw
Oven.
in a cover story. It's not the same.
Yo, that's more than what Drake is.
They were just asking about Drake. Like when they were like, yo, we gotta spin the block for Kobe. Like, where Drake at? Like, that was the whole thing.
Yeah, they were like,
he missing.
Yeah, he missing.
Listen, just because you missing doesn't mean you weak, bro.
Like, come on, man. Like, let's keep it a stack too.
I picked Oven, bro.
I picked Oven. Why is this going on?
It's not an attack on you. It's not an attack on you, just in general. Like, 95% of zones suck. I'm saying, like, zones are probably like
Luffy is on, man. I ain't hearing that. There's some Zoans out here.
Zoans are overrated. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, durability. Okay,
That's kind of facts.
That's a little facts, but listen, that's not the point.
Seen him do anything.
Listen, he could bite hard, man.
Could y'all?
The disrespect is ridiculous.
Jay, tell me honest, you got a little too much respect for Drake. He ain't like that.
Bro, y'all act like I like Drake. No, y'all just denying the facts. Like y'all saying that Shin said that he inherited Big Mom's body, but he got sent flying back by a cannonball.
Big Mom got sent flying by Frankie's motorcycle.
Big Mom got sent by Big Rock.
Yeah. JT, that's one thing I did want to point out. Hold on, y'all. You saw it. Tanking means you took little to no damage from the attack, and you're able to continue fighting with no issue. That's what tanking means. If you get flown back, it's whatever. Like, you lost your footing, somebody pushed you, whatever. It's about the damage you took from the attack. I don't think Sanji made him bleed. I don't think he made him, like...
He bruised him.
Did he bruise him?
Mm-hmm.
He got a
Even if you get bruised, like, if you're able to continue to fight through it, it's still tanking. You know what I'm saying?
JT sound like dialogue for the man. Like it's Drake.
But all right, y'all. We're gonna go to the next matchup.
I bet.
I don't even remember what it is. Actually. 1 second. Let me check.
But JT, there was something that you pushed back on Larry when it came to bounties, and I got to push back on you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because in One Piece, we see that you can be guilty of association. It is very telling. To add to Larry's point, that you join Kaido's crew and your bounty does not change because half the Straw Hats have the bounties that they have simply because they're affiliated with Luffy.
I think. Well, Larry, you us.
Did I mute us?
So, the fact that Drake on Kaido's crew and his bounty did not change, his notoriety did not change, speaks a lot more about Drake than his, world government undercover stuff.
So that, while I agree on that, I will say that it's very possible that the government was just not trying to get Drake to have a higher bounty because he potentially get clipped by some bounty hunter like Mihawk. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even saying that's the case. I'm just saying there is an argument to be made that they were trying to protect that man.
It would make sense that Mihawk would go after somebody not as strong as him.
And also, like my point is, like, Drake wasn't really trying to do stuff for Kaido. Like, he wasn't trying to put in that work.
Hey, he still made it to 𝗀𝐵 though. So.
You don't need to. Half the Straw Hats have the bounties that they have because of Luffy. The Straw Hat Grand Fleet
but at the same time, you can't say that because, like, when Luffy and all them with the whole cake, if you weren't on whole cake, your bounty did not go up. And that's because you have to actually fight fights.
Yeah, but it went up from Dressrosa. The people that weren't on Dressrosa, their bounties went up.
Did?
That's because taking out Dofi's a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop. Anyway, next matchup is Don Chinzhao versus Diamante. It's another one I did almost no research for, but I think I have an idea who's going to win.
Wait, is it Prime?
No, it's not Prime. It's old Chinzhao, as is. So with the bended head and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Does it matter?
I thought it got straight again.
Who knows? We gonna find out, Shin. But with that, who you got? What diff and why? We'll start with Barnes.
I didn't hear the matchup. What was the matchup?
Diamante versus old Don Chinzhao.
Ooh. The Don Chinzhao Luffy folded?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna give it to old Don Chinzhao because I don't think Luffy would have had to use as strong an attack to fold Diamante. I think Diamante falls to like observation, hockey, and gear second. I think that's all it takes to take down Diamante. Meanwhile, we see that what's his name? Don Chinzhao can still use his armament hockey. He can still like use his conqueror's hockey to some degree. He's still fairly agile, and he's still in relative fighting shape. So I'm gonna go with what's his name, Don Chinzhao.
All right, appreciate the take, Barnes. We'll go on to Chris.
Oh, me?
Ain't no other Chris in here, bro.
I thought old man Chris was there. It's like, I don't know why.
Oh man,
it is tough because I am trying to think of this narrative a little bit. Just because Luffy trusted Diamante enough to fight against the winners of that little tournament, the Gladiator Coliseum tournament, which Don Chinzhao was a part of.
That is true.
So that kind of tells me that Dofi was confident that Diamante handled someone like a Don Chinzhao. At the same time, Don Chinzhao does have a legacy, which, is whatever. He does have Conqueror's Hockey, which to me in this situation is whatever. I do not think that just because you have conquerors does not mean that you are automatically stronger than anyone who doesn't have conquerors haki. So someone like a Sanji who does not have conquerors could take out Danchin Zhao.
Is that a kid stray?
I think it was a Sanji direct shot.
Bro, Larry, just don't talk, bro. Larry, just don't talk.
Are you talking about this kid got conquerors? Nah. Stop.
Jesus.
Yo, the hate. So it's tough. I think I'm not gonna lie, I might have to go with Diamante on this, and I think part of it is just my bias. I hate Danchin Zhao.
Why?
What?
How could you possibly hate that? What did Danchin Zhao do other than exist?
That's the thing. I just never liked his character. You know, I like the fall off to me is just crazy. You know, how do you go from being rival to Arp and Roger to being that much of a has been? You know, like
I mean,
I feel like
One Piece is like it's full of has-beens, bro. It's just
Was there really?
Garp's still there.
Was there really a fall off? Kid is also a rival to Luffy. He might have just been like that for real.
Fall off to me is kind of like Moria-esque. You know what I'm saying? Moria was skinny in the New World, you know, doing his thing, fighting Kaido. Yeah, he lost, but like clearly he fell off. So Diamante, you know, in his time. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna still just go with Diamante. I think maybe he has enough. I don't really recall his abilities too much, but I feel like depending on the environment, especially there's like a lot of space, he has enough like surrounding the attacks that Danchin Zhao cannot necessarily dodge all at once. I think that Diamante has more evasive abilities to avoid a Conqueror's Haki attack from Danchin Zhao. I think that if Diamante just has a strategy, like, okay, let me keep some distance, attack, keep some distance, and attack. I feel like that would be a good enough strategy for Diamante to eventually win out. It is also very telling that he lost to a guy with one leg, though. So I don't know, it's tough.
Nah, Kairos went hard.
Kairos did go hard. He did have one leg though.
He did have one leg. No hockey, right?
I don't recall. Yeah. I don't recall if he had hockey or not. I assume he did. But
yeah, but you know, Dofi is my favorite villain. I definitely stand on that.
You don't be acting like it.
Nah, because at the same time, it's like I'm still honest. Like he could be an amazing villain, he could be extremely intelligent, but he could also just not be that guy when it comes to fighting certain individuals. I trust his I trust in his trust in this situation. So if he trusted in Diamante, I'm gonna trust in Diamante and select Diamante.
All right. Appreciate the take, Chris. We'll go to Miko.
I feel like Diamante kind of should win, but he'll also do it one leg on uneven ground. You know what I mean? Like, imagine like trying to balance one leg and the ground moving. Like you're in a wave pool and you standing on like a surfboard. So like, that's tough. Like, so I say, oh man, good job. I said he got it. I think he was more impressive in his fight with Luffy. He's pretty durable. Diamante got hockey, but he still lost to Kairos. Kairos don't have hockey. He still like slashed, like broke through his sword, I think. So I think Chinja with the better hockey feats, just tougher. I think he'll get it done. I'll say high diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Miko. We'll go to Lucky D Killer.
Yeah, I got Don Chinjao just because I think like his hockey is strong enough that Diamante, like his sword attacks and any of his attacks, really won't damage Don Chinjao. Like I think he just block all his attacks. And I think Don Chinjao could just speed blitz him and just take him out. Like this guy is probably as strong as Kiros, and like Diamante is just like he's like Treble. Like he's just an annoying character that doesn't know how to fight, man. Like that's what I think.
All right. Appreciate the take, Lucky. We'll go to Toby.
You could go ahead and cut Don Chinjao's entire top of his head off, all right? He's still winning. All right? Diamante is trash, bro. He lost to a dude, not even just one leg, bro. He was inside of a toy for a decade. Man's had no training, nothing, bro. He was rusty, bro. Literally for a decade. This man still found a way to lose. And I don't care about Dolphy's trust, bro. All right, who cares? He's locked up. All right, he's locked up for a reason. He thought he could trust old girl with the wash fruit. I forgot what her name is.
Suru?
But yeah, he thought he could trust her. Or Fuji. Or whatever he was trying to do when he was getting beat up by Luffy. Yeah, bro. Anchin Zhao, he was putting up a fight. A better fight than Diamante would have put up, right? Base Luffy, no. I'm gonna go ahead. No, I ain't gonna do that. I was gonna wild out. But yeah, Diamante loses. Don Chinja, I say low diff. I'm gonna just say low diff.
Oh, Toby, can I ask you a question?
Toby be handing them lows out, no problem.
Toby,
Go ahead,
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, bro.
Give me one W Don Chinjao has.
Yo,
he got Conqueror's Hockey. That's a W.
Hey, bro.
That's a dub.
He took L's from worse 𝗏𝐼𝐴 crewmates. He's getting hit by 𝗏𝐼𝐴 and
if Diamante fought Chopper, he would lose, bro. I don't care.
That's a stretch. I respect the opinion.
I'm not even talking about Giant Chopper. Chopper.
No, that's cat, but I respect it.
Oh, bro.
You need a banana now, bro.
Kyrus got shot in his good leg and still won. Like,
but I appreciate the take, Toby. We'll go to Wandon.
There you go. Crazy because we share a name, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Diamante on this one. Basically because he said it's like right now, so I feel like he's only gotten older since 𝐷RessRosa, and I feel like we even seen the decline in 𝐷RessRosa. Like 1 minute he was clashing with Gear 3 Luffy, and then the next he lost to like who did he lose to? Dellinger or no?
I think it was 𝐲𝐿𝐺 and then Sai.
Yeah.
And then Sai kicked his head right. So
yeah, and then 𝐲𝐿𝐺 is under Diamante, so yeah, I feel like it's just with age, he gotten weaker. So yeah, I think I might have to give it to Diamante. On the side note, real quick, I was looking up for the next matchup, and it says Sai surpassed him in strength. So Sai versus Diamante would be a pretty decent fight.
If they face off.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I'll give it to him. I give it to him high diff because he do got the Conquerors. But
all right, we'll appreciate the take, Juan. We'll go to Hyper.
All right, y'all bugging with all these lows y'all handing out. All right, Don Chinjao takes it easy. All right, first of all, Diamante wasn't that tough. He lost to that regular dude, right? Don Chinjao took one of the strongest attacks we've seen from Garp, and all he walked away from was a bent head.
I mean, that was like 30 to 40 years ago or so, maybe. I don't know, but word.
I mean, the same difference, though. They both grew old. It'd still be the same thing then, same thing now. Don Chinjao takes it big W easy, just because Diamante is just not that guy.
Appreciate the take, Hyper. We'll go to Pig.
I'm giving this to Chinjao. I'm gonna put it high diff. I just feel like Diamante is gonna be slippery, flapping around in the wind and whatnot. But all Chinjao's got to do is get both hands on him, just tear him like Just tear him like a piece of paper. He wants to flap in the wind like one. That's how he'll get treated at the end. I've got no faith in Diamante. But I feel like he'll be fast enough to. I feel like he'll be fast enough to give it a little bit of a problem, but not strong enough to really do much damage.
All right. Appreciate the take, Pig. We'll go to Nolan.
Yeah, I think we put Chopper over Curious earlier in the tournament.
It was hotly debated a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous.
and then we got Psy already beat Danton Zhao. I'm probably gonna have to give it to Danton Zhao as well. Well, actually, Ben had Danton Zhao, so no, I'm giving it to Diamante. Even though, but I have no faith in either of these people in the tournament at all. Like
that's gonna be the mid tier, bro.
Maximum difficulty.
Faith
Like,
isn't gonna be something we have in a lot of these guys. Well, all right. Appreciate the take, Nolan.
Yeah.
I'll go to Shin.
All right. So I got a few things to say. First off, I don't even know why this was even a debate, a topic. Like, there is no reason why y'all think Diamante is beating Don Chinjao or even coming close to beating him. I don't even. Can someone please remind me if Diamante has hockey or not? I don't know, honestly.
He does.
Okay. Even with that, I think Chris said something about I'm gonna trust Dofi with his pick, and he trusts Diamante to do that. First off, Diamante just entered the last round. He didn't have to go through all the blocks and stuff to get to the last round. Next, that last round was supposed to be Diamante, Senior Pink, Dellinger, 𝐲𝐿, and Match Vice all in that same round. So Dofi had 5 people going against the other 4 people who won the blocks for the Mara no Me. So he didn't just like, oh yeah, Diamante, you can handle this. He was like, no, y'all 5 go handle this. But the other 4 got called to go protect the toy house and the Smile Lab because Dofi already knew something was going on. So those 4 got called out the final round. Next, Diamante, like Don Chinjao was literally like clashing with Luffy before he got like the elephant gun off on him. He was clashing with Luffy blow for blow with armament hockey. He wasn't even using his head. He was just using his fist. Like, he was just blow for blow clashing with him. And like literally their clash was able to tear the whole Coliseum. Like, it was able to make everybody float. I don't know if that was for cosmetic effect or whatever, but at the end of the day, it happened. Next, the Congress hockey. You can say he has it. Like, he does have it, but like, it's whatever. Like, Congress hockey, that's cool. And then like, mistake me if I'm wrong, Don Chinjao still got the pointy head or no?
I'm going Don Chinjao as he is currently, so it's bent.
It's bent?
Side. Yeah, the bent one.
So like they
still got a point.
They got a point to it though. It's just bent.
I think so. Yeah.
So it's been so like the thing is, even with that, I don't see Diamante being able to like harm Don Chinjao to the point where like when he harms him, Chinjao doesn't get an attack off at the same time. You feel me? Not only that, Don Chinjao hockey level was known to be like crazily insane because that was the whole reason. Like, a hockey level and a strong point was the whole reason he was able to break through the ice. Yeah, it was because of his head, but his hockey level had also something to do with that. So his hockey better than Diamante's. Diamante, oh my God, his hockey is so strong. No, that we all know that was Virgo. And like, he lost to Kiros. That's fine. Kiros was on one leg. Diamante can't really do anything. I don't see him doing anything. You can give him his cape, you can give him a sword. He's not going to be able to compete with Chinjao at any form or level. That's just my whole big thing. So I'm going to give it to Chinjao low to mid, honestly.
Yo, my thing is that I know we seen him clash with Luffy, but after that, we seen him lose to someone who's like in a subdivision under Diamante. And let's say Diamante uses fruit on the ground. Like, what Don Chinjao ain't got no air movement capability, does he?
It's called jumping. It's called jumping before that attack gets to you.
His vertical is pretty deep. I mean,
Right.
he jumping at least. He jumped pretty high.
I mean, he can jump, but he can't like move in the air, like no skywalker, nothing. So he has to come at you at like one angle, right?
I'm not, but he can dash towards you. I'm pretty sure a wobbly ground is not gonna mess up somebody who was flashing with Garp
I
in his
mean,
prime. Like
a wobbly ground is pretty. I don't know.
come on, it's not nobody
I
who's
know
not
it's
on
the mid tier, but I'm sure most of these dudes can deal with some wobbly ground. Yeah.
right.
A wobbly ground didn't take out the guy with one leg.
Yeah. But I appreciate the take, Shin. We'll go to JT.
So I'm gonna say I really don't have a pick. I could argue really both sides for this one. First, I'm gonna say there's some things that we're forgetting about 𝐷𝐸𝐻. One, the point was made that 𝐿𝐲 is his subordinate, which means that 𝐿𝐲 beat Don Chinjiao. So like I feel like that would be kind of obvious. But I mean, even though he's his subordinate, I would say that's not necessarily meaning that you're stronger. Maybe just like respect, because I mean Rosinante was pretty high up in the Doflamingo Pirates too, but I mean he was also kind of weak. So I think it could just be like a respect thing that puts him above 𝐿𝐲. So I wouldn't argue that too hard. But Don Chinjiao, he's old. Like he's old, and he's not only is he old, but he has like a really, I forgot the exact sickness that he has, but he's like really, really sick and like decrepit now. So I don't know, especially if it's at like the end of Dressrosa. Like that man was washed up. He lost his will. He's like, yo, son, take over. You got it. You learned that new kick power, whatever it's called. You got it. So I think I'm gonna give it to 𝐷𝐸𝐻. I think he has more in his bag, and I'm gonna give it to 𝐷𝐸𝐻.
All right. Appreciate the take, JT. We'll go to McLovin.
Yo,
What's going on, man? Who you got? What diff and why?
well, one, this is my first time on a Davies dart tournament.
What's up, man? Appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, long time listener. Started in December. I'm already caught up.
Damn.
Yes, yeah, it started on my birthday. So
Word.
yeah, so
Nice.
W Larry takes 7.
Hey.
Not gonna lie, 7. Little racist 7, but you know you coming back with the first one.
Yo, chill.
Definitely agree with Larry's take on how Doflamingo is the better father than Whitebeard. Not gonna lie.
You agree? That was the take?
Yo, what?
That was the take?
I definitely agree with that take.
Agreed. You spitting?
No, he's
Oh
not.
my god,
No,
yo.
he's not.
But I definitely
Yes,
have.
he is.
It's
I
a
have
topic
Don
for another
Chinjiao.
day. Go ahead.
I got Don Chinjiao, mid diff. It's just simply because like you earn some respect if you go against Garp, in my opinion. So I just feel as though him going against Garp and then going against Luffy, even though he may have lost his will in the end, I feel like he still wins that mid to high diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, McLovin. I think that's all we got, unless somebody is in the den waiting. But Larry, it's on you.
All right, so hear me out.
You about to go?
Hear me out. So when we said the mid-tier tournament was going to be a tournament, and hockey necessarily doesn't play as big of a factor because these guys are mid-tiers. It only becomes an extreme case when you're of the higher tiers. So hockey really matters during that time, right? And we're not there. We're just not there. So I think that Chinjiao, definitely Chinjiao should actually be considered a top 30 all-time pirate, strength-wise, in my opinion. But that's not the Chinjiao we got anymore. We have a Chinjiao who had the same type of attitude as Gecko Moria, where he didn't necessarily give up because he was still a part of the Hippo Navy, but he was defeated. He was defeated by Garp to the point where like he lost his pointy head and he just wasn't the same person anymore. Obviously, I think when there's a long enough span of time, you're going to lose your will to continue on or to reach the highest of the heights, right? Also, age kind of does play a factor with Chinjiao, especially when he's not active the same way like Garp is or Sengoku is, or even Rayleigh, who's swimming across the calm belt by himself. Those are actual feats from old men that can still bang out because they're still relatively just working out. They're still just providing access to continuously push their adversities to their peak so they can overcome them at their age. Xin Zhao's not doing that. Xin Zhao was literally like, yo, I am passing on all the duties I've ever had onto my son, Sai. He's going to be the next Hippo Navy leader. I think that was a declaration that Xin Zhao was just done. He only amped up to the degree that he did against Luffy because he found out he was Garp's grandson. He was like, yo, I can actually take revenge. So he anteed up, he amped himself up, and what did he do? He banged out with Luffy. He used Conqueror's Haki. But at the end of the day, Luffy literally just used Gear 3 Elephant Gun and just put his behind into the ground. That's it. Now, I know that people give no credit to Kairos, but to me, and listen, it's speculative, right? This is mid-tier battles. We live for this. I personally believe if you think Wiper has Conqueror's Haki, that man Kairos has Conqueror's Haki. That's just my opinion. So when I look at Kairos, I'm like, yo, what did he face against Diamante? Well, he climbed up a hill on one leg and then defeated Diamante himself. Granted, you might not think much of Diamante, but Kairos to a degree was an undefeated warrior for like, I think it was like 1,500 battles or something like that during the Colosseum era. Like, he has a statue of himself and he still continued that same type of implementation into his personality to like continue on as a toy. He was still battling as a toy. That speaks Conquerors to me to a degree. He just never quits. Now, when it comes to Diamante, bro, is probably something that we all missed, but we didn't notice, right? Diamante actually saw Luffy and Danchin Zhao clash, and he said, oh, they're using the Supreme King Haki. The same way, it was like the same type of like vibes I got when King was like, oh, so you can use the color of King too. He was like, what are your kingly ambitions? Diamante kind of was thinking the same thing. So I'm like, yo, he's not impressed. He's probably seen this because of Doflamingo and such, right? And the thing is, for me, I think Diamante is awakened because his ability is to turn anything into a flag. He turned his surroundings into a flag. He used Stardust, which he had like cannons, like fireworks. He put a bunch of things in there, like spikes. He turned them into like flags. And then when they shot out, they turned into like raining stars, like that affected Kairos to the point where he had to go down on one knee. he only had one leg.
Wait, he has two knees.
No,
he has two knees.
Well, he has like a
Like,
thigh.
is it how far gone is the leg?
I mean, it's like a femur.
No, he ain't got a knee.
The knee gone too?
Yeah.
The knee gone too?
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is the thing too, right? I know that Danchin Zhao may have Haki, and he does, but so does Diamante. And I think the prime side of Diamante is existing too, where like Danchin Zhao is on his way out. Diamante didn't really get touched that whole fight against Kairos because he turned himself into a flag. He was using shave, bro, to a degree at a very high level because against Kairos, he couldn't touch him. You know what I'm saying? And then also, what is Danchin Zhao known for? When he had his pointy head, he was known for literally splitting a ice continent. Yo, my man Diamante was splitting the mountain.
Yeah, because the mountain bigger than the continent. You right.
No, hold on. But what I'm saying is he was splitting the mountain, like literally, and he did it multiple times. So it's like, I know the right answer is Danchin Zhao, but I'm going Diamante. Extreme death. Extreme death.
You literally just contradicted everything you said with the last sentence.
Larry.
That's thought out here taping for off-brand Steve Tyler.
Larry, I have to add to something that you said too. I was gonna say this because Lucky said something about I have mentioned that Luffy trusted Diamante to win the whole tourney, but Diamante didn't participate in other rounds. The reason why he didn't participate in other rounds is because he's a champion. You know what I'm saying when Kairos turned into a toy and retired effectively, Diamante became the champion of the Coliseum. champions don't fight against every contender that comes their way. You know what I'm saying? The number one contenders fight the champions. So that's why Diamante wasn't fighting into the final round. Everyone was fighting for the opportunity to fight Diamante. Like Diamante did not need to participate in the earlier rounds. And Ďańšin Zhao did not make it to the final rounds.
So
basically, I want to ask yourself this: Kairos fought Ďańšin Zhao, who would win? And I got Kairos. You know what I'm saying? To me, they're champions, and you gotta respect them as such.
So my whole rebuttal to that: you can be a champion in that Coliseum against fodder gladiators, not real pirates. You can be champion against fodder gladiators. That's fine. But at the end of the day, he still was finna send 5 other ʍ𝗶𝗵𝐸 pirates in there with Diamante.
I honestly don't recall that. I actually like when you said that, I wasn't sure.
No, it's true. That's true. It was gonna be like you gotta fight Match Vice and down. That was the thing. Like you gotta fight them, and then it was like, oh, what are we gonna do? They're doing this, and then Dofi was like, I trust you to handle it by yourself. And then he was all, you give me too much praise, blah blah blah, like that.
Stop it, Seth. He said too much praise, or was he like, okay, I got it?
That's how their interactions go, bro. That's how they go.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro, you gonna act like that's not what he said? That's what he said, bro.
It was like
literally said. Diamante watched the entire tournament and was unimpressed. He was prepared to fight Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Like he saw what Luffy did, and he was not scared.
So, all right. So I'm gonna completely disregard that because you, me, and the whole rest of the One Piece and the world knows that you cannot be scared of somebody and you overestimate yourself. Y'all say people overestimate themselves all the time and get folded. So obviously that was the point where that happened.
Damn,
because we know Luffy.
It's possible for Kid. Then,
Larry,
too.
I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you, Larry. I don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. Larry, I don't want to hear.
Shit, you set yourself up for that one, bro.
Yeah.
You set yourself up for that one, bro. You know it.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear nothing, bro.
Earlier, I also mentioned that Diamante's evasiveness is one of his best abilities, and so I'm glad like Larry brought that up. But we have seen Ďańšin Zhao fight other people besides Luffy. I understand that losing to Luffy doesn't really mean much to people because Luffy's that guy. Luffy is him. 𝐲𝐽 ain't him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, 𝐲𝐽 was once him. 𝐲𝐽 was at one point in time a him character.
And guess what? They're both old. You know what I'm saying? They're both old. and so Ďańšin Zhao fought someone that was his match and lost.
All right.
You right. You right. Diamante fought somebody with one leg, and that's his match. You right.
I mean,
that's bad. If you got to go against somebody handicapped and say that's your match, by all be it, you him.
Yo, hold on. This is the thing too.
Like this, if Kairos was a straw hat, where are you ranking him?
If Kairos was a straw hat, I got him right. I got him like between. I got him under Brook.
What?
If Kairos was a straw hat right now, I got him under Brook. So he'll be right above the Coward trio. And I think Nami could fold Kairos, honestly.
WT.
Yeah. So Zhao's a straw hat. Where you put him?
Can I say one thing? When did it become a factor that handicapped people really don't go as hard, bro? Like we got one as a Yonko.
I mean,
we got one fight in a Yonko. Like no doubt about it.
Thanks,
like, Kid is whatever Kid is, but like at the end of the day, he's still strong.
Why are you talking about Kid?
Because he handicapped, bro.
I feel like leg versus arm is kind of different.
Leg is way worse, bro.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Leg is worse.
Yo, but he,
especially if you're on a Delve route to make up for it.
Even if the dude was on a flag-like ground and was able to still counter and move, and he also climbed up the mountain with one leg. Like the dude was doing everything with one leg. Like I don't understand. Like we've seen people who have been handicapped before and still are great.
We gotta get
𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸. 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 got no
handicapped guy.
But I guess it's on me to give my take. I'm really torn. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I think if it was Ďańšin Zhao that we saw, like I think it was Juan who brought it up. If it was Ďańšin Zhao that we saw at the start of Dressrosa, I probably would have went Ďańšin Zhao. But like as the arc went on, he just took L after L and just got weaker. Like looked noticeably weaker as the arc progressed, where he went from, oh, I'm clashing with Luffy, because like Larry pointed out, he was invigorated and hyped and up for the challenge, because it was like, yo, this is my arch nemesis, is like great grandson. I held this grudge against him. He's not gonna have that same kind of vigor or energy in a fight versus Diamante. He's just not. And then it's like, I saw, like people pointed out, his underling, Diamante's underling, put Don Chinchao in a pack. And his like go-to move to like split the continents is just not there anymore, which is why he had beef with Garp in the first place. So it's like we have canon evidence that he's actively much weaker without the pointiness of his head, which he just doesn't have anymore. With that said, I do think he hits hard enough to KO Diamante. I think that's the area that I'm having an issue with Diamante. Yes, he cuts, he has the flag abilities, but are any of these attacks gonna put Don Chinchao down for the count? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna go Diamante Extreme Diff, although it does look like he's still losing the vote anyway. It is what it is. Unless anybody wants to change their vote. I mean, Don Chinchao's winning the YouTube vote as well, 77%. So I think we can call it with that. But I appreciate all the takes, gentlemen. Looks like we have a winner. Don Chinchao is moving on to the next round.
Wait, Seth.
Yeah.
J-Verse said Diamante. Does that change the vote?
No.
Yes, J-Verse, and to Chris's point, J-Verse he said he wasn't going to be able to make it. He's in the UK right now. He wasn't going to be able to make it to the DDT. He sent us all his votes on the mod chat. But again, if the YouTube chat was a little closer, maybe we just have enough people who voted Don Chinchao on the YouTube to account for a W here. So it's gonna have to be Chinchao. I think we made a mistake, low key though, man. Diamante's more interesting to talk about in a fight.
I love Conquerors too much, man.
Yo, end of the day, this is one thing I want to point out. This is another thing I want to point out. When somebody has Conquerors, I know it doesn't actively mean that they can weaponize it in the way that the people at the top are, that Larry was talking about. But having Conquerors does mean that it takes that much more to put you down in a fight. It's just true. It's just what it is. You are a conqueror. You are a king's disposition user. You have the qualities of a king. You're not just going to go down because somebody rocked your shit. You know what I'm saying? So even if Diamante rocks Chinchao, you got to give him that extra little dog in him. That's what being a conqueror means in One Piece. That's why Zoro's so hard to defeat. That's why Luffy's so hard to defeat. That's why Dofi got up so many times, etc.
Don Chinchao lost to subordinate. And then
he's
tired.
He old, man. He old.
Any better? Diamante any better?
Conquerors like traits.
Diamante is a scrub too.
It's two scrubs. Bit of a conqueror.
But all right, y'all. We have a new matchup. Should be just as interesting as the last one. It is Don Chinchao's grandson, Sai, and the Straw Hat. Shipwright, Frankie. Hopefully there's not too much Straw Hat bias here. Although y'all pick whoever y'all want. But we gotta go. Who you got? What diff? And why? And we'll start the bottom of my screen. We'll go with Nolan.
I mean, look at the profile picture. Man. It's Frankie.
Yeah, that's bias. Is it bias or is that how you feel?
It's no, it's a little. There's a little bias. I mean, senior pink fight like at that time was pretty. That was pretty good. I'm just watched Dressrosa recently, again, and like, I think Don Chinchao said Sai might be able to break the continent with the kick in the anime. I don't know if he said that in the manga, but he said that in the anime after he bent his head.
I think he I don't remember.
And that's impressive. He used hockey on his leg for that, but I don't know. Frankie taking that last hit from Senior Pink and then getting up pretty much instantly, and he took it all on his back. It was like, so he has insane durability even on just his back. I think he could easily take kick, and I don't know if Psy's smart enough to figure that out so quick, like Senior Pink did. I'm giving it to Frankie, like stream diff, high diff, maybe.
All right. Appreciate the take, Nolan. I really didn't even peep the the PFP. That's terrible. We'll go to McLovin. Who you got? What diff and why?
It's definitely Frankie. There's no question about it whatsoever. Frankie, I'll give it high diff because sometimes Frankie likes to underestimate his opponents at times, and it gets the best of him in his egotistical side. But it's definitely Frankie. High diff.
All right. Sorry, y'all. I'm setting up the poll on the YouTube chat. But appreciate the take, McLovin. We'll go to 𝐓𝐿𝐴. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, you said it right. No, I actually like Psy. I'm trying to make a case for him. We can speculate, right?
This is the mid-tier tournament. Fair and reasonable speculation will be allowed.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna speculate that Psy is as strong as 𝗀𝐽𝑠 was in the prime because he said he could split the ice continent, and 𝗀𝐽𝑠 had about like a 500 million bounty. So I'm gonna say Psy been in the gym. You know, he got a new kingdom. He got a new shorty. Life's been been looking good for him. So I'm gonna say that he's even stronger than 𝗀𝐽𝑠 was before.
Oh wow!
And that his kick can take a split the ice continent. It will be able to break through General Frankie. I'm guessing General Frankie is using this fight because he used it. So I'm gonna say he'd be able to break through it. And then if it's 1-on-1, Frankie regular versus Psy, I'm gonna give the Psy extreme diff.
All right, with some
whack.
I want to say fair and reasonable speculation. I don't know if that was fair and reasonable. You said Psy surpassed Prime 𝗀𝐽𝑠 in your assessment here,
and they had the same garp to him. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But all right. I appreciate the take, 𝐓𝐿𝐴. We'll go to Wandon. Juan, you there?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be all bad. I think I'm gonna give this one to Frankie too. I think he's one of the rare people in the world who doesn't really need hockey to compete because he just makes such great weapons. And I think he got a lot in the tool bag, to be honest. If he's using General Frankie stuff from the ship, and then plus like everything on his own body, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Frankie. High diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Juan. We'll go to JT.
I think this is an interesting one, but I'm not a huge person I'm not against speculation necessarily, but I don't like to speculate. And right now, we don't know anything about Psy, to be honest, since Dressrosa. Like, we haven't heard anything of him. We don't have that many feats of him besides beating 𝐿AO and 𝗀𝐽𝑠. So I'm gonna give it to Frankie. Medium diff, one radical beam. He's done, and he's a good fighter overall. I don't think that Psy could beat Frankie. Even though I really do wish it was closer. I wish that we get a little bit of knowledge on Psy recently. I'm still gonna give it to Frankie.
All right. Appreciate the take, JT. We'll go to Hyper.
What's up? I don't know. It's a little bit tough because, like he said, the lack of knowledge about old buddy. I'm gonna have to give it to Frankie though because his WAPO medal. I don't know if the dude's kicks is strong enough to do that because we've seen Frankie's armor take a lot of damage and come off like without a scratch whatsoever. So between that, I'm gonna have to give it to Frankie. High diff.
All right. Appreciate the take, Hyper. What's going on, Mike? 𝐓𝐿𝐴?
I was gonna say, did Baby 5 break through the Frankie's WAPO medal before? Or am I thinking?
She did stab through it, right? I believe she pierced through it. When he was in General Frankie, she stabbed through him. I don't know what her like
It's stronger now, maybe.
weapons are made of. Like
Yeah,
like
true.
it's not like a, you know what I mean? Like it's not like
Yeah.
she's steel or whatever it is. She's just like weapons.
A
So
weapon.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
true.
she would just be whatever the best version of any of those weapons can be. I don't know. I don't know if it just has a different this material that it's made out of because it's her like physical body. But she did pierce
Yeah.
through him. So use that information however you want to. All right, appreciate the take. Hyper, we'll go to Toby.
Hey, bro. I salute Psy, because there's no better feeling than making your father proud, bro. And that's exactly what he did during Dressrosa.
Let me take.
Oh, he made him real proud, bro. Right?
Technically, it was his grandfather. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro.
Technically, his
Hey.
grandfather.
Same thing, bro. He called him his son. I'm gonna say that's his dad, bro.
Right.
But yeah, I salute, bro. But he not being Frankie, alright? Frankie, bro. Frankie, he has, I don't know, bro. So I don't have that many feats. We've seen Frankie do so much. Yeah, Big Mom doing cartwheels. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro. One radical beam. No, two. Respect. Two radical beams.
2 radical beams out of respect.
Yeah, bro. Two.
Double tap.
And that's it, bro. Yeah, bro. Of course, bro. Yeah. Frankie, low div. That's another low div.
Yeah,
That's
yo,
three,
you
bro.
just throwing the lows out, man.
Hey, bro.
Has anyone
It
got
is
a
what
high
it is.
diff or a mid diff? Anything?
Why are you so disrespectful today, bro?
Just low?
Hey,
I gave it a
they
high
not
diff.
giving
I
those.
gave it a high.
Sai, alright, man. He not getting low diff now. By Frankie.
All right, bro. Hey, low 2 mid diff. All right, 2 mid diff.
All right, at least we got the 2 mid in there. Jeez.
Yeah.
Hey, Seb, I changed my vote to Psy.
Do you
Of
want to
course, bro.
elaborate?
This is what he does.
I do, because something just sparked in my head. Maybe it was Toby's disrespect. I don't know. But listen, I'm going to say Psy. And here's the reason. What really clicked was when he learned that, like, dragon. What does anyone know the name of the kick so I can pronounce it correctly?
It's a dragon drill.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. When he learned it, when he first ever learned it, one tap Lao G. All right, fight was over. Boom, right there, done. It's been a while, and that's his main move. Do you not think that he would have honed that? And General Frankie's main thing, like he tanks hits. It's not extremely fast. He's most likely gonna try to block that. It can split a continent, and it's gonna split General Frankie. So I'm gonna change my vote to Psy. I thought about it a little bit stronger. Yeah, Psy.
Okay, JT, I appreciate the take, even though you switched up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, I can't disagree with what he said too much. Like, again, the low diff was crazy, Toby. It was crazy. All right?
Hey, bro.
It was real disrespectul. What?
Hey, bro. I wasn't thinking. I kind of just spout my take. Now that I think about it, which I don't do that a lot, I'm gonna say high diff.
All right, cool. That's more respectable, man. Low diff was wild. All right, appreciate the take, Toby. We'll go to Lucky.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was just thinking about it right now. I was gonna go with Frankie, but I was thinking about it. Like Frankie's pretty like clunky. Like all his moves, they're not like swift. Like he can do the radical beam or like spin around, but like I think Sai can maneuver around that. Like he has more maneuverability. Like he might be a little bit faster than Frankie. And I know Frankie's pretty durable. Like he's made out of metal, and he's like his body's made out of metal, and General Frankie. So like it comes down to like if Sai's kick could do damage to him, right? Like because if he just outmaneuvers him and kicks him and does damage, then I don't know what Frankie's gonna do. But even with that, like I still feel like Frankie will somehow get the W. Like somehow, like this guy will jump out of General Frankie last second and like strong right this guy or something. So I'm gonna give it to Frankie.
All right. Appreciate the take, Lucky. We'll go to Chris.
I'm not gonna go as far as and say that y'all are being disrespectful or choosing side over Frankie. But I feel like I need to educate y'all on some things. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who made the point first about because Donchin Zhao passed over the torch to Psy. Psy is now on the same level as Donchin Zhao. So that does not mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Carrot as strong as Dogstorm and Cat Viper just because they're like, yo, Carrot, you can be the new leader of the Minks? You know, the Luffy all of a sudden become on Shanks' level because Shanks was like, yo, here's my hat. Passing the torch always happens. And the point is that in order to grow, you need to be put in certain positions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be strong until you're a leader. So the point is that Psy is now a leader. He was going to be capped. So, you know, now that he is a leader, he could grow to that point. He's not there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that he can't be Donchin Zhao's level one day, a prime level one day, but he's just not there yet. And I believe it was JT made a point about his dragon kick move or something like that, and Frankie won't be able to have the, you know, ability to dodge it and things of that nature. Like, if you rewatch the fight, 𝐲 came charging towards Psy. Psy kicked away his punch and had an opening to kick 𝐲. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no dodging, there's no maneuverability. Like, 𝐲 was standing right there for Psy to get kicked. And that's just not going to happen with Frankie. I think we have to put more respect on Frankie's name in general as a Straw Hat combatant. He beat not just a 𝗉𝐵, but an ancient Zoan that you guys are just hyping up not too long ago when y'all were talking about Drake. You know what I'm saying? That is someone that is Zoan, has extreme durability, has extreme attack power.
Yo, Frankie beat Drake?
No, I said that.
No, it's Sasaki.
I said he beat
Oh,
Sasaki.
Sasaki. Oh, I'm tripping. My fault.
It's an ancient Zoan. Y'all were hyping up ancient Zoans when y'all were talking about Drake in the earlier matchups. So to me, I think Frankie has amazing attack power. He got that like V sword thing. You know, he has different inventions other than just his general Frankie. Like, if he needs maneuverability, he has a whole motorcycle that he can use to get around and actually did damage to Big Mom. You know, slight damage, but you know, it's
He ain't do no damage to Big Mom, bro.
Did no damage, but
Zero damage.
At the same time, though, he was able to sneak up on Big Mom, you know, run over her face, and knocked her down. Not saying as much, but we gotta stop acting like Frankie's just like a still target. You know, like, he can move, he can fight. Not the quickest, but neither is Psy. And Frankie could definitely like tank some hits. And he can also deal some damage. Just don't think Psy's that guy right now. Can he be? Sure. In 50 years, you know. I mean, not 50, like 50 years. In 50 years, like 10, 15 years, you know what I'm saying? But,
50 years.
But, you know, Frankie got laser beams. You know, that is a fast attack. Frankie has multiple weapons. Psy just has one. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think Psy's like that guy. I'm sorry. Like, beating 𝐲 and beating Donchin Zhao that we were just trashing on doesn't mean anything. Those are both opponents that Frankie could have beaten. I don't see Psy beating Sasaki. Frankie did that.
Can I give a little bit of pushback?
I want to get Barnes' take, but you get to push that after that one.
Right, cool.
But appreciate the take, Chris. We'll go to Barnes.
Did someone say earlier that Psy unlocked what's it called? Donchin Zhao's continent splitting abilities?
I think it was implied by Donchin Zhao that he would be able to do it now.
Donchin Zhao don't know nothing, man. What are we talking about? _ʍ is half C now. Okay, so we're ignoring that. Okay. I think it's Frankie mid diff because basically because of the fight with Sasaki. If he didn't have the fight with Sasaki, maybe it'd be different. Basically because I don't see Psy having the ability to dodge Frankie's light speed attacks like Radical Beam and all those cannons that come out of General Frankie, even if he is able to break General Frankie, which I'm not even sure he is, because when he was fighting 𝐲𝐺, he was taking shots, a lot of them. And like someone said earlier, he did it. It's not like he dodged 𝐲𝐺's attack and then put himself in position. He like parried it and then got the one shot off and then cracked the ground open and 𝐲𝐺 fell into the pit. So I just don't think what's his name? Psy has the agility to dodge Frankie's attacks, and that's why he's gonna lose.
All right, what's
That's
the diff?
it. Oh, mid diff.
Oh, you said mid diff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, mid diff.
All right, JT, hit
Might be
your
low
rebuttal.
if Frankie has some cola.
Alright, so I'm gonna rebuttal Chris just a little bit. First, his first point was when you pass the torch doesn't mean that you're stronger. And that's of course that's true, but Qin stated that Psy was stronger than him. Like Qin actually did say that Psy had surpassed him in strength. So I feel like that's a little different. Also, when you said that Frankie has like mobility, like he can hop in the motorcycle, I mean, yeah, that's true, but like it takes a little bit to transform and back into that form to get into the motorcycle, and y'all forgetting like Psy. Of course, I don't think that Psy is just gonna pull up to Frankie Dragon Drill one tap. I think he's gonna be a long fight, but those Dragon Drills, like he's gonna hit a couple of them, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt General Frankie a lot. He's also a hockey master. Like he does know hockey. Frankie doesn't have hockey. Observation does matter. I don't think that he's gonna get hit with the Radical Beam at all. I think that he's fast. I know it's not his most recent fight, but if Baby Five didn't not Baby Five. Oh man, who was the dude with the swim fruit? Senor
Senior
Pink.
Pink.
Yeah, Senor Pink. Yeah. If he didn't like respect Frankie, he was whooping Frankie. I don't know if y'all remember, but he was giving Frankie the work. Yes, he was giving Frankie the work, and he's like, all right, let's just be respectful. Let's go blow for blow. Other than that, Frankie was not touching that man. He was getting worked left and right. And I feel like, 𝐲𝐺 might be over Senor Pink, and 𝐲𝐺 got the work from Psy. So I think there's a little bit of pushback. And I'm not going to die on this hill because I love Frankie. I think he's him. But still, I think there's a little bit of downplay, disrespect to my man Psy.
So the thing with the hockey thing, okay, first of all, Psy doesn't have observation hockey, at least according to One Piece Wiki. I just looked it up. And does Sasaki have hockey and he still won? That's a legitimate question. Like, does Sasaki have hockey?
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
And Frankie still won, right?
Yes, he did.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like hockey, we love hockey. We love hockey.
No, that's real. I just want to ask too. Well, I want to get to Shin because I got Shin back in here. But do we think Sasaki hits as hard as Psy does? Like, I know he's a higher respected, higher ranked person in the One Piece world as a Toby Ropo, but I think as far as AP goes, like Psy with his Dragon Drill probably hits harder than anything I saw from Sasaki on panel. So maybe I'm tripping. But
we're talking about like analyzing one specific attack against other specific attacks. Sure, who's the dude that he takes some time to charge and
King Isabella?
He probably got the most attack power. You know what I'm saying? Out of everyone we discussed. But the drawbacks to that, right? So it's beyond
But does Psy have that kind of load time or drawbacks? Like, he's still agile. He's still able. He can whip the Dragon Drill out. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like there's a drawback there. Like, if there was, I would be like, word. But like JT pointed out, he can throw multiple Dragon Drills in a fight if need be. It's not like he's limited to one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying who I got yet because I still gotta go to Shin. I'm just saying, I feel like we're not giving Psy's attack power the credit because Frankie beat a stronger person. But like again, styles make fights.
Yeah, and I think
ʍßaki
of
is
the
a
main.
durability monster with his ancient ancient Zoan Del Fruit and his shell defenses and stuff and whatever. Like that was his go-to. He didn't have the AP that ʍ is whipping out, in my opinion. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but
Frankie is also a durability monster. I feel like that's like every single Frankie fight is punch for punch, blow for blow, man to man, mano y mano, tough it out type matchup. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But is that helping him in a fight versus ʍ in the pocket? Like a lot of people pointed to the radical beam as what would be used to take ʍ out. If I'm in the pocket trading blow for blow, Frankie is susceptible to damage. And this dude catches me with a dragon drill a couple times. I don't know, man.
I'm not trying to say that they're gonna trade blow for blows. I'm just saying that we have seen Frankie take a lot of damage.
That's true.
He's able to sustain a lot of damage.
Yeah, but when you say a lot of damage,
how many dragon kicks or whatever do you think it'll take to defeat Frankie? Just give me a number.
1 or 2, and that's I'm being serious. Maybe 2 or 3. I mean, it can split.
It depends on what he's hit. If he's hitting General Frankie, like he did versus ʍßaki, can exit General Frankie and then do a rat. You know what I mean? It all depends on how the fight's playing out. If Frankie's taking it to the fate like that to his face,
isn't that literally how he beat ʍßaki?
It is, but my point is, ʍßaki lacked the AP to break through General Frankie. I don't know if Dragon Drill can or not. I'm just saying it's a stronger attack than what Frankie was tanking in his fight versus ʍßaki. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, let's say ʍ can, damage General Frankie. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't like the way Frankie ultimately beat ʍßaki was by like ejecting himself out of General Frankie just in time. So like basically distracting ʍßaki, like, hey, like while you attacking General Frankie, I'm gonna eject and then attack you with the radical beam from the side.
Yeah.
And that's smart, but
yeah.
I don't know how effective that would really be because he's stronger in General Frankie. So boom, General Frankie gets clapped. He pops out with radical beam. ʍ's agile. I mean, he could have. I mean, if we speculate, I think that ʍ has observation by now. If he's the head now, I think he's got to have observation.
I don't know if I'm not just giving dudes observation, but I gotta get the Shin's take. But I appreciate the back and forth there, guys. It was civil. It was very civil. I appreciate that. But Shin, go ahead. It's on you, man. Who you got? What diff and why?
So I heard a lot of tomfoolery, honestly, because like the stuff I'm hearing, like it's a lot of downplay on side. I'll give you that. But come on, let's be honest. It's a one-piece fight. You're not just going to throw out your ultimate attack over and over and over again. You don't see Luffy doing Red Rock over and over and over again. So, like, dragon kick, drill, whatever you want to call it, that mug is coming once every blue moon. Like, when he got to set it up, he got to, I injured. It's not like I hit my ultimate, so now he just folded. Nah.
Yo, hold on, Shin. Didn't he do it twice? In like a span of like one chapter?
It once, right?
Did he do it to 𝐿aojii and then do it again to am I tripping?
Yeah. Isn't he the one that hit Don Chinjao with it to break his head again?
Yeah.
I know he hit Don Chinjao with it.
But then he hit මaojii.
Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm pretty sure he whipped that bad boy out twice in one chapter.
Even if you can, like, I guess. But like at the same time, Frankie, y'all gotta remember, I'm gonna do speculation too, since everybody want to speculate.
Handle your handle, bro.
Everybody just takes you.
So I'm gonna just say, Frankie durability is absolutely insane, especially when he's in General Frankie. Not only that, General Frankie, like his durability is stronger than that ice continent. I don't know why y'all bringing up that ice continent. Yes, it's a continent, but General Frankie is made out of 𝗲 metal. 𝗲 metal is known around the One Piece world for being, it is wanted everywhere. Like, and the speculation I'm gonna do with that, Frankie built himself with 𝗲 metal. What y'all want to do? Like, Frankie built himself with a little bit of 𝗲 metal, and all that is all coming in together with him. So Frankie durability is like maxed out right now. And like I forgot who said this, but like One Piece Hockey is not the end all be all. Like whatever Kaido said, it's 3 powers in one piece. You got technology, devil fruits, and hockey. Because technology is a big factor. That's why we got seraphims. That's why we got pacifistas and all that stuff. And like Frankie's being like his technology on himself and General Frankie was so great that even Vegapunk wanted to talk to this man. Like Vegapunk was like, "Oh my god, who is this Frankie man that was able to imitate 𝐬𝐴 or like imitate a greater form of it or whatever that I need to talk to this man." Next, like, yes, Sai got the literally that's all I'm hearing is the Dragon Drill kick. Nothing else. Nothing else. That's the main thing I'm hearing.
I
Sai
think
got a
it's
what's up?
I think it's because you sleeping on it a little bit. I think that you don't realize how easy it is to pull out and how strong it is.
So the thing is, this man is the shipwright, right, of the Pirate King's crew or future Pirate King's crew. So his bounty, I'm not even gonna bring bounty in. Frankie being on like just being on like Roger's crew or like just being on like Luffy's crew, you're automatically thought like, oh yeah, they that like they instantly that because like even if we rank the Straw Hats, Frankie is like what right after Jinbei or right after Robin. Like let's be honest, because Frankie is like one of the top fighters. He's not part of the Coward Trio. He's not part of the Monster Trio. He's like right behind Jinbei or right behind Robin. Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. And then not only that, like to me, this is how I'm not giving side observation hockey. This is how it's gonna go. He gonna try to do the Dragon Drill kick. Frankie gonna open the General Frankie, nipple lights, blind him, go to the side, rattle some instantly. That's how it's gonna go. The nipple lights gonna kill him.
Oh, ain't that not what I said?
Oh, he gonna straighten the chest, cave his chest in, boom.
Ain't that not what I said? But
I don't
God
think you said
forbid,
nipple
like,
lights. Did you say nipple lights?
I didn't say that, but what if Frankie hits a beam inside his leg? Is Sai still doing his dragon kick? You know what I'm saying? Like what's Sai's durability? Like Sai was
Didn't Sai get tossed off the tournament floor by like Luffy or Chinjao real quick? Didn't that happen?
Oh yeah, he got tossed off into water. He got
I don't
tossed
know
off
if he was
into
knocked
water.
out, but he got tossed off if I remember correctly.
But like my thing is, Frankie is growing. Like any other Straw Hats are growing at an astronomical rate at this point. Everybody is learning something, and everybody is gaining strength in some form or the other, except for Usopp. So like, especially what he pulled off in
Usopp got
Wano.
literally observation hockey in the arc that you're referencing right now.
Okay.
You said except for Usopp.
Did he ever pull it out after that?
Whatever.
Every other Straw Hat, everything they unlock, they pull it out immediately in the next arc. I wish he would have pulled it out.
What did Frankie pull out?
What? Observation hockey?
No, I'm saying you talk about gaining. Frankie hasn't gained or pulled anything new out. The same thing he did on Fishman Island, he did on Wano.
Hey, I didn't see him quick eject on Fishman Island. That's all I'm saying.
He just didn't need to. Like quick eject is just a gamer. Whatever.
𝗍𝐸𝐴𝐷, cuz. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got Frankie. And I'm gonna say, I just to give respect to Sai, even though just because he got that Dragon Drill, I think Frankie can not take, but like he's gonna be able to take at least like 5 to 6 of those. Cause like Wapol Metal is just insanely strong. Plus, if he's hitting the General Frankie with that, yeah, Frankie is not even getting touched by that. So I'm gonna say Frankie high def.
All right, appreciate the take, Shin. I think that's all we got. So Larry, it's on you.
I was going back and forth listening to everybody. I couldn't really decide, bro.
Yeah, I was stuck too, bro.
I've been stuck the whole time. I think a lot of people made a lot of great points. The only thing I will say is I gotta be consistent when it comes down to like what people say in comparison to what's shown. I think that Don Chinjao might have thought that Sai was capable of, splitting ice continents. But he only said that because Don Chinjao regained his spiked head and then he got it cut in half, basically, by Sai. He only thought he regained his strength then, which isn't true because I'm pretty sure he was way stronger when him and Garp were clashing. So, to me, I would say 𝐓𝐢 is strong, but he's not as strong as Chen Zhao was saying. So in my opinion, I think I'm gonna go with Frankie overall.
And the diff?
Well, the diff is weird. I'd probably say extreme, but I know that Shaka was stating that Frankie being able to use beams would probably be an issue for the Seraphim. Plus, the thing about 𝐓𝐢's ability too is that I forgot what it's called. It's called like the Hashoken or something.
Yeah, it's their like martial arts technique with the like
Yeah,
it's like
works.
a shockwave, right?
Yeah, it works like Rio.
Yeah.
So even if Frankie is in that General Frankie, I think that not only would it split the Frankie, but the attack itself wouldn't just stop at Frankie's armor for his General Frankie. It would actually penetrate and hit Frankie himself. And as we know, Frankie's probably not that fast, right? So if 𝐓𝐢 ends up like kicking him in the back, I'm gonna switch to 𝐓𝐢.
You switching to 𝐓𝐢?
Yeah. I
mean,
love Frankie. He's,
yeah,
he's my favorite Straw Hat Pirate in like 3 time skip.
You know, I knew that. I was surprised you switched just now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 𝐓𝐢, bro. I feel like 𝐓𝐢 is definitely of that stature.
So Larry, the only way he can get him in the back is if he exits General Frankie. If he don't exit General Frankie, how is he gonna get him out? Unless Frankie gets out himself.
Yeah, another thing is y'all are assuming that the fight just starts with Frankie in General Frankie.
Hold on,
like
hold
you
on.
gotta.
So I will say this, Shin. He's been able to use the Hashoken. I might be wrong saying that. With his Niganata.
Naginata.
Naginata. He's able to use that too. So he doesn't only have to use that. He only uses the kick to damage to that highest degree. But he could just use the form whenever he wants.
Yeah, but that's fine. But Wapo Metal can probably tank that. That's what I think.
Bro,
the whole General Frankie.
No, it probably or at least it'll help Frankie deal with it.
I don't know what Wapo Metal can do, bro. At this
It's
point,
wanted. Like no. But you got to think about it. It's wanted everywhere. Like Wapo gained massive amount of money and was able to make his own country to the point where he was invited to the Reverie. So like that Wapo Metal put him on the map, and literally everybody is fiending for this. Literally, Vegapunk wants some. Like everybody is fiending for this.
But that just
so
means
Wapo
that
metal has to be some sort of like amazing type of metal to the point.
It might be chocolate.
So it might react like carbon fiber or something like that. You know, it's lightweight, strong, durable. We don't really know. I don't think it's ever been specified why Wapo Metal is so highly requested and wanted. I mean, we can only.
I thought they said that it can be used to do anything. Like you can like reshape it
Don't
to
worry,
do
I'm doing my
whatever.
research.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you could research that and let me know because I don't remember.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that means General Frankie is just that much stronger or that much durable. I don't know if vibrations for that metal are way more intense than something like gold, which is also a metal. Like vibrations is part of that attack, right? So maybe it has a detrimental effect on. This is all speculation again, right? So it's like that's where I'm at with it. I did pick Frankie at first, but like 𝐓𝐢's just a better fighter. Like Frankie just has a bunch of hacks, and if he can't really, I don't know. I feel like 𝐓𝐢 beats Sasaki too. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Oh no. All right, so I'll give my take. Again, I was back and forth with this one a lot. I think it's extreme diff. I'm gonna go at least high diff. I am gonna go with Frankie because, like Larry just said, he just has more in his bag than 𝐓𝐢 does. I do agree with Larry that 𝐓𝐢's a better hand-to-hand fighter. We've seen Frankie go hand-to-hand with several people who, in my opinion, are weaker than 𝐓𝐢, and he didn't just beat Senior Pink. He fought Senior Pink, he lost. He fought him and straight up lost at one point. He also took damage from Match Vice and was pinned. I mean, he was getting jumped, but either way, like Frankie's not this elite hand-to-hand fighter. He just does have Radical Beam and what's the other the Gao Cannon or whatever it's called, and a bunch of different gadgets and things that are going to be hard for 𝐓𝐢 to deal with that I believe Frankie could use. And again, and it's the mid tier. If they've seen him do it on panel, they can do it. So he has a whole bunch of just attacks and gadgets that he can throw up at him. But like 𝐓𝐢's Naginata is going to be better than Frankie's slicing ability with his sword and the V slash that he does. 𝐓𝐢's kicking ability, like I said, he was able to whip that. I don't know if it was that specific attack, but he was able to, he's agile. He was fighting 𝐷𝐻𝐻 in the pocket on the grand tournament stage in Dressrosa.
Well, he did it twice in a row.
Yeah, he did it twice in a row.
He
I don't
did
know
it-
if he could do it 3 times in a row, but
Yeah, he did it to Danshin Zhao. Danshin Zhao fell to the floor.
Right.
Then they had that moment, and then 𝐲𝐸 charged in, and then he just one-shotted him.
Right. So it's like, at the minimum, I think 𝚠 takes advantage of any internal, like, close quarter combat. But Frankie does have the 𝐓𝐢𝐻𝐿 technique that he can use. And I don't know that 𝚠 is durable enough to take a radical beam to the back, to the head, to the neck, to the stomach, wherever. So while I have more faith in General Frankie or Frankie's ability to not so much dodge, but take that dragon drill, especially if he's in General Frankie, I don't think 𝚠 can take multiple radical beams or multiple Gao cannons, etc. Because even Sasaki, who is very clearly more durable than 𝚠, was down for the count after a couple of those. So I'm gonna go with Frankie. I do think it's high to extreme diff just because of the matchup. I wish this wasn't the matchup because I wanted 𝚠 to go further into this thing, but it is what it is. It's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But guys, I really want to appreciate all y'all being here. I'm gonna have to call it tonight with this one. But this was a couple really good, interesting debates. I heard a lot of dope takes from each of you guys. I don't know if y'all did a lot of research because I always never do, but I appreciate that y'all bring this perspective. This was probably my favorite one of the night, though. 𝚠 versus Frankie. I'm gonna be arguing with the twins about this one for sure. Damn, I was gonna ask Chris who Javerse took. I'll have to look back on that one, but yeah, I think the right man won. I do think the right man won here in each of the matchups. So.
I guess.
I just took back-to-back L's.
Yeah, you said you the DDT MVP, JT.
I just took back-to-back L's, man. I don't know how I'm gonna recover.
Just
I
think
mean,
with your mind, not your
listen,
heart.
man, just gotta keep fighting, bro. You, yeah, can't be taking back-to-back L's, bro. You feel me?
Hey, bro.
Good.
Hey, Sebs, you skipped my take on this one.
Did I? Oh, snap, pig. My fault, bro. I ain't even see you there. Go ahead. I thought I got your take.
I'm giving this one to Frankie. I think y'all sleeping on the fact that he does have Frankie boxing, like he does train specifically for hand-to-hand with Frankie boxing. I mean, granted, 𝚠 does have the Naginata, which, being a pole arm, would put him, I guess, at a medium range, which against the General Frankie, or just Frankie himself with strong right and weapons left, will put him at a disadvantage until he gets in close where I think it'd be more even. And if we get the ejecto-𝐶𝐿, radical beam, I think, would be enough to take 𝚠 out. On top of that, we do have the nipple lights that Shin pointed out. Can definitely blind him. We've also got the suplex to drive him into the ground.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Frankie, but I am going to say high to extreme diff because it's not going to be an easy fight for Frankie by any means. But I think at the end of it, he does go to the general and save some time.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah, that was the best take, yo.
Yeah. Frankie also has skywalk, man.
Does he?
No.
Yeah, he can make
Yes, he
stairs.
used
and
it in
just
Thriller
walk on
He
the
can
side.
make the
Build the
stairs. He
stairs.
can make stairs. Listen, Pig, I just want to say thank you for speaking up. He goes to the general and saves some time is absolutely an amazing take. I wish I would have thought. Really that's so good.
Hey, that's funny.
That's funny. But yeah, I really appreciate y'all and y'all takes staying with us today. I do want to point out one other thing. We were talking about 𝚠 potentially getting stronger. He got a girl now, bruh. He
That's
probably
okay.
got weaker, bruh. I'm gonna be honest with
What?
you.
Captain
What
Seb,
is that supposed to
He
mean?
not training
What is
no
that supposed to
more.
mean, Seb?
He not training no
Yeah.
more, bro. He
She's
married.
treating him right. He's getting fat.
You saved yourself with that. You saved
Seb, I was
yourself.
sitting here thinking, you know what? I'm not gonna argue. I'm just gonna leave and just take my L. But after you said that, man, you got my conqueror's hockey fuming, bro. I cannot take that. 𝚠 been out there, man. He been working on that dragon kick, and Frankie.
If anything, he got more to fight for.
Listen,
If
man.
hockey is willpower, a good woman behind you is gonna give you more will. That's,
Listen, he gonna get
Exactly.
lazy.
That's
He gonna get
only
lazy.
fights
He
that,
eating
bro.
good. He eating
Hey,
good
bro, you
now.
speaking from experience?
Yes.
He's eating good and getting fat.
Yes,
And
bro.
JP, don't say you got conqueror's hockey. You just took back-to-back L's, man.
Hey,
Hey,
man.
he's fighting back though. He's fighting
Hey,
back
man.
though.
Hey,
Even,
kid took
even
like
though we
13 L's
disagree.
in a row, and he still got conquerors, man. So
He ain't show it though. Let's stop. Let's.
Yeah, Sai working on a different dragon drill.
Yeah, man, you working on a different drill, bro. You feel me? But all right, y'all. I do gotta wrap up here, but again, we appreciate y'all being here with us, discussing all these matchups. For those of y'all on YouTube, we definitely love to have y'all in here with us too. I'm sorry we don't get to engage with the chat as much, but please like the stream if you guys haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. But Larry, you have anything you want to say before we drop everybody and give final thoughts? Thoughts?
I'm good.
I like that. I like that, Larry. I like that.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say appreciate y'all, and you know, I'm new to like One Piece community, and y'all been my favorite podcast. Like I'm new to everything, and y'all been the best so far. So appreciate y'all. Bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
See, we love hearing that, Miko, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you definitely got to join. You got to join these Discord chats, man.
Yeah, I know. I gotta be on it. I'm gonna be on it though for sure.
Yeah, you gotta change that PFP though.
Oh,
Flock was wilding, bro.
Flock be wilding.
Flock was wilding, bro.
You're wild, boy.
But he was right though.
Oh my! All right.
That's all I'm saying. He was right, yo. He was wilding.
All right, I'm dropping y'all, yo. Y'all can hash it out of the dead. I do gotta run though, but appreciate y'all being here with us for real.
Thank you guys.
All right, gang.
Don't sleep
Send
on
him
your
next week.
Next week I have Kid versus everyone.
Kid versus everyone.
Come on, man. Hey, y'all, Larry and Seb, y'all cussed about 5 times, bro. I'm gonna need y'all to be some better leaders.
Did I curse?
You cursed.
Bro,
I said
it was on
Alex,
accident. It was
Hey,
on
Alex
accident.
gonna hit
But
you in
y'all
the head
did it
with
about 3
Alex.
times. Y'all did it about 3 times on accident. Like y'all didn't even notice.
Thank
Man,
you,
be better, bro.
Thank you for managing
Be
us,
better.
bro.
Man,
Of course,
He
bro.
said be
I
better.
gotta look out for y'all.
I'm dropping you, Toby. JT, man, you took some L's today, man, but it's all right.
Hey, did you just keep me in here to be the last? Did you tell me I got taken L's, bro?
Yeah, that was a fun DDT, man. It was. It was. But all right, y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your night. We'll be here next week for sure, and I think the twins might be here. So
We'll see.
we'll see. And then, other than that, I'm Larry.
Seb.
That won't be.